Hello guys, Horus the Sky God Pharaoh here, and today we're going to be exposing one of the most evil people on the planet. These Saxons have been oppressing our people for far too long. It's time for us to take back our land. So we're going to be looking at, reacting to, and breaking down right here. Joe Biden is not human, 100% reptilian shapeshifter. He is in the Illuminati, and he is an alien. Because look at this nigga right here. Look at this nigga Joe Biden right here. They're trying to say he's old and he has dementia. Well, we're gonna break this shit down. This nigga don't look human. This motherfucker don't look human. He do not look human, okay? He does not look human. Just look at him. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyebrows. Look at his... He doesn't even have a fucking earlobe, dog. Look at his neck. Look at the back of his fucking neck. What the hell is going on with his fucking neck? His neck changes like every fucking time I see him. You're gonna tell me his chiropractor's doing something to him? Nah, I don't think so. But let's get into it.
You think I'm kidding? It's almost not there now.
Look at that shit.
You think I'm kidding?
You're gonna say he's old? That is demonic shit. Red just does not come out of your eyes. I have seen plenty of old people, and this does not happen to them, okay? This is just demonic shit right here. Because the stuff they do in these Hollywood sacrifices, we're gonna look at it after.
There now, but anyway.
See? I'm telling you.
What's out there now to determine whether or not it is safe. Physically safe. And you think I'm kidding? It's
Look at that.
not there now. But
China is current.
You can't tell me that. Look at this shit. We're gonna break this down. We're gonna break this down. See, we take a look, that's a regular human being. A regular Caucasian male. Regular human being. But if we take a look, we're gonna see right there. You see the head shape? It looks just like them. We're gonna read this. Reptilians, these are what they are called, okay? The Arcturians didn't have much to do with their making, but they have a little bit of reptilian in them. I do believe so. Reptilians, also called reptoids, archons, reptoids, saurians, draconians, or lizard people, are supposed reptilian humanoids which play prominent role in real life. The idea of reptilians is proposed by David Icke, a conspiracy theorist who shows shape-shifting aliens control Earth, like Joe Biden right here. Icke has stated on multiple occasions that world leaders are possessed by so-called reptilians. We're gonna look into more pictures of them. This show also talks about them too. It's called Inside Job. Here we go. This is what I'm doing. This is the best picture I can get. See right there, that is a reptilian. This right here is not a human being. This is a reptilian humanoid. Joe Biden is not human. I've been telling y'all this for the past few years. Let me put this.
China is correct. China is correct.
There is something sinister when it comes to your president, Joe Biden. Would you trust him with your life?
Never. I'd kill myself first.
This could be probably proof that aliens like reptilians do exist.
I'm telling you,
These
it is
demons
proof.
are
Right here. Right here. These
This could be-
archons are in our government.
probably proof that aliens like reptilians do exist. These demons are among us and Joe Biden is one of them. Be careful with those humanoids as they can shred you to pieces and eat your soul.
Exactly. See, look right there. I don't even have to go on the internet. They say it's a conspiracy theory. That's a lie. We're gonna look at.
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month, if not more, just from this app on my phone. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's called Audible.
You think
Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna do another one.
we're gonna get this done.
We're gonna look at some more reptilian shapeshifters. See, he's got the mask on. He's trying to distort the spiritual representation of the mask. He's hiding his reptilian side with this mask. That's what these Alpha Draconians do. See, look at this. Look at this right here. This looks just like Joe Biden. You can't tell me this don't look like Biden. This right here, nigga. The Draconian Empire. Here we go. This right here is the truth. The Draconian... Biden is part of the Draconian Empire. And if our people, our species doesn't rise up, we're going to be doomed. Because these so-called elites are trying to bring us in. There should be something on screen here now. The elites are trying to bring AI into this world, and we need to resist it with every cell in our body. We need to eat right, brush our teeth right, take care of ourselves right, stay in nature as much as possible. With the Draconian Empire, This is what your elites that run your government are part of. The Draconian Empire is an intergalactic imperial empire ruled by Sikaar that had been regarded as one of the most dangerous and feared superpowers in the universe, being an ally to the Orion Empire, an enemy to the Galactic Federation, which is us, and United Federation of Dimensions. They have conquered thousands of planets, most through an unorthodox method of infiltration, which that means, what do I mean by infiltration? War, bombing, tanks, guns, shooting, oppression. They operated behind the scenes in most arcs of a hyperdimensional Sephiric fate, while having more active roles in multi-dimensional conquering. Long ago, when the universe was not populated with thousands of civilizations, extremely advanced beings called Carians arrived in our universe. They weren't called Carians. They are called the Anunnaki. But if you want to read this here, upon the creations, the Anunnaki told that the multiverse was everyone's for the taking, and that they were destined to rule over creation. The mindset became stronger in the reptilians as they evolved, and has driven them into conflict with many civilizations, including the Elohim. After the Great Omni War, most Sikaars were killed off by Elomji. These are galactic wars that are going on right now, and they are trying to implement AI on this planet. And I suggest you get your birth certificate denounced this year. Do it at the end of the year, or do it at the beginning, but whenever you have the opportunity, denounce your birth certificate. They eventually decide on a more sophisticated method of domination of worlds, which involved infiltration, which is warfare, corruption of societies, and breakdown of lesser advanced civilizations, which, look at what he's doing. Look at what Joe Biden and his elites are doing. And the Republicans and the Democrats, they're doing the same thing I'm reading here. They're corruption of societies and a breakdown of lesser advanced civilizations on a spiritual and mental level. They're trying to trap us. They're trying to put us in the metaverse by giving us birth certificates and social security. Need to get that denounced too, as soon as possible. They're trying to bring in Bitcoin. They're trying to say it fails, and it does fail. The Draconians create a slave race which became known as the Shargi-La through genetic cloning. The Shargi-La revolted against their Draconian creators and started their own gender cure for the dying reptilian race because they are unable to reproduce naturally. At some point, which the reptilians most likely took from them. I am getting a download since I am right here. At some point in Earth's early history, the Draconian Empire came to Earth to infect it with their evil agenda. For centuries, they became close allies with Satan, whom they respect as their leader, and have gotten into wars with many societies, including the faction of Elohim, who saw as a threat upheld. They also gotten into many conflicts with the Galactic Federation, the United Federation of Dimensions, even though the Draconians seem to acknowledge them as important threats. On Earth, they are played creation in the Illuminati, which is Joe Biden, and those Republicans and those Democrats, which also have influence over many great wars throughout human history, including the civil wars and both world wars, even though before the Illuminati created, there were also many battles that involved the Draconians, which David Icke mentions in his book, including the destruction of 2 nations of Solaris and Regalia. Records of some of these battles were eventually covered up by the Draconians and power of future generations to believe a false history, keeping humanity in the dark about some aspects of planet Earth. which we need to go out in nature is what I'm saying. We need to connect with Mother Kai. We need to connect with Tiamat. But here we go. Here's a reptilian. Look at this nigga Joe Biden, man. Looks just like him. He's got the suit on like he's the fucking big cheese, but he's oppressing our people. He's not. He hasn't gave us any jobs. Look at this shit. He's a hybrid, nigga. He's a hybrid. Look at him. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. I could do this shit all day. I could do this shit all day. It's no joke. They're taking over the planet, and a lot of our people are gonna be leaving this country. A lot of us are gonna not have help here who are trapped in the U.S. I don't mind being where I am. I'm happy and content. I might travel one day. I might travel soon, very soon.
We're gonna get this.
The back of his bald spot. How the hell does he keep it so smooth? And on other days, it's wrinkly. Like, what the hell exactly is going on with his bald spot?
Doesn't matter whether it's in 6 minutes, 6 days, or 6 weeks. We're gonna get it done.
This is how the Draconians shapeshift. They use the codes in the Freemason symbolery. See, our people, we are our people, us, gods and goddesses. We are the real Masons. They are Freemasons. They seek to destroy us. They seek to infiltrate us. This is what they mean by infiltration. They're trying to do it to us right now. It's been happening to us for so long.
Come on, man.
It's happening in a different way.
Christmas is well. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
No, not the kids. What is that in his mouth? Is he sucking on a pacifier? What the hell? Y'all trust this man as your president? That is not right. This man is a... Oh my God. This is not good.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Agree.
Yep, they're all intertwined with each other. This is what I mean on Inside. I'll have to show that clip. I'll have to show you what how it really means, because I can't say it.
We couldn't have made it without you. With all our hearts. Thank you.
Biden failed totally. The greatest foreign policy in the history of the United States of America. This is the greatest I've ever seen. Our citizens are... Then you the bases.
Joe Biden is the greatest president of all time in America. Without him, the Americans would cry for sure.
No.
Thank God for my reefer, man.
Jokes aside,
Now we're going to get into Joe Biden being a pedophile. We're going to see what he really does with Hillary, because...
How'd you like $100,000 in financing for your business in less than 20?
We can tell there's trauma and victims, but we got to look right here.
Getting funding doesn't have to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas
See,
as
look
well.
at the teeth. That's reptilian teeth. There's not a one that shows their teeth, but there's lots of pictures right here. Here's the Lyra Draconian Wars. See, this is the type of shit that they are. They're snakes. They're reptilians.
Merry Christmas
It's
and
not.
let's go
It's not.
Brandon.
It's not in a metaphorical sense. It's actually in a literal sense. They put it in a literal sense in the media and try to say it's lies.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas and let's go Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
And are there people who, in the Democratic Party,
Are there people in the Republican Party who think we're f***ing the kids?
I'm not sure. Are there people in the Democratic Party?
Biden failed totally. The greatest foreign policy in the history of the United States of America. This is the greatest I've ever seen. Our citizens are. Then you to the bases.
Look at these kids. They're traumatized. Look at the fake smiles. We know what goes down in those Catholic churches. And this is happening in these churches right now. They got this big-ass Bible. They got those red curtains. They got the red ties symbolizing Freemasonry. They got the Bible with the cross. They got the gray marbling in the columns representing more Freemasonry. Have it like it's... They're setting it up like it's Rome. You got the stage smiles and the guys looking at Biden and the lady smiling and this lady looking, is that his wife? Is that his wife? Got her looking down at Biden. You got this nigga right here looking at Biden. You got this, he is too close to this girl's hair. How long in the room has he been with this woman? Because this girl, he's obviously, we have to oust Joe Biden, man, because he can't be doing shit like this to these kids. This isn't right. This isn't right, man. He did something to these kids. I can tell because they look traumatized. Their smile's starting to break. This guy, I can tell he's getting nervous. It looks like she's crying. This girl looks like she's fake smiling. She's not even enjoying being with him. Like, she just got done being somewhere with him. He did something to these kids. This is bad. This is enough proof.
Then you
Their trauma.
to the bases.
They are obviously uncomfortable around him. Why would you be uncomfortable around the President of the United States? You're supposed to... I thought they were supposed to respect him. He was a dictator. I thought the president was supposed to have respect.
Then you to the bases.
This man's making Donald Trump look like a fucking saint, bro. I don't agree with Donald Trump either, but Donald Trump would never go up on kids like this. And we don't know what he's done with these kids because they don't look happy. She looks like she's crying. It's so scary. I'm just supposed to sit there and watch this and not pretend like he just didn't assault this young woman. He literally assaulted this underage girl. The president needs to be locked up, man. This isn't right. We can't have a dictator like this in power who's doing things like this to kids. He's literally groping them. Look at the way he's all up on them. And those kids are traumatized. He's the president. Just because there's people telling him above what to do doesn't mean he can get away with shit, all kinds of shit like this.
No, you think I'm kidding.
See?
It's almost not there now. But anyway.
Is this enough proof for you folks? Look at his neck in the last one. His neck isn't so... His neck is skinnier in the last one. Look at his throat. Come on. See, look at that. Look at the chameleon's throat. And look at Joe Biden's throat. See. This is what I'm talking about, man. This type of shit I'm talking about. If chameleons can change color and blend in, like, you see my table right here, man. If I put this chameleon on that table, he could blend in the exact same color. Can you know how amazing that is? So it's not ridiculous to think that there's shape-shifting humanoid reptiles that evolved on the planet, because when the Anunnaki created the Earth, they created us, and they created every creature in free will. Let's look at a regular throat. Let's see, here we go. Here's a regular throat. See, look at this guy. This guy, he's got a throat right here. See, he's got that Adam's apple. Look at how big his fucking Adam's apple is, yo. This guy's throat ain't too big. But look at his throat, yo. It's... looks like just like a effing chameleon, man.
No, you think I'm kidding. It's almost not there now. But anyway.
You really think this motherfucker is trying to not hide something from you?
It's out there now to determine whether or not
he
it is safe.
Hiding
physically
everything
safe.
from you.
And no, you think I'm kidding. It's almost not
I
there.
do think you're kidding.
Anyway.
Look at your...
China is correct.
China is correct. China is correct.
There is something sinister when it comes to your president, Joe Biden. Would you trust him with your life?
You got the... Are you okay? I mean, you see, no, it works. Or or the mom and dad, or the neighbor, or when you go to church, or when you're. No, I really mean it. There are trusted interlocutors. Think of the people. If your kid wanted to find out whether or not there's a man on the moon or whatever, you know, something, or, you know,
Okay,
whether
what are you
those
talking
aliens are
about?
here.
I mean, this is pretty sus right here, what you're talking about. A man on the moon.
You know, who are the people they talk to beyond the kids who love talking about it? We know
'Cause you know
that
you're going
this
after those people. You know it's the truth. You know there is bases on the moon.
is in fact it's going to be, or excuse me, we know why you're not going to be hospitalized, you're not going to be in an ICU unit, and you're not going to die.
Yep, we're gonna look into it now. They're trying to censor my search. The expected climate for lizards is much worse than the first thought. A biologist led by Arizona State has discovered lizard embryos die when subjected to temperatures of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. What happens if... See right here, lizards are being wiped out as rising temperatures force them to spend more time in cooling shade. See, look, he's trying to get up the cooling shade. Right here in the plain, you see, and the sun is shining. And these reptilian humanoids, they can't take the sun at all. They need to stay inside like an embryo-like state because their species is the evolved to conquer, and their species can't take the sun. They're weak. See, look at that. You can't tell me he's old and he's falling. I've seen old people get up and try to fall. He's just... The sun is killing him. Look at the way he moves his body. It's like he's having a stroke, dog. It's like he's having a stroke on the freaking plane. A heat stroke. Yep, even lizards and birds experience heat stroke in heat.
We know why you're not going to be hospitalized, you're not going to be in an ICU unit, and you're not going to die.
This is what I mean. Lizards cannot take heat. Okay, what is wrong with his eye?
I never counted any professional setback I have as a serious setback. There's things that are important, things that are unimportant.
We're going to clear the protesters now. Just 1 minute. Senator Biden, we'll start the clock again.
I'm sorry.
We're sorry. Go ahead.
There's setbacks and there's setbacks. And
You're gonna say you're elected
I think
a
the
retard,
most
Senator?
critical setback that can occur to anyone is to lose. Well, my dad had an expression. He said, "Joey, it's not a question of succeeding whether you get knocked down; it's how quickly you get up." And he used to say, "Never explain and never complain." And then go on to say that
He had his wife and kids die. This was the sacrifice he made to be senator. He sacrificed his family. He murdered his family because the government made him to. The Illuminati made Joe Biden murder his own wife and kids.
only obligation that really matters.
He could meet another reptilian to keep a pure bloodline and have Hunter Biden with the laptop allegations.
The most important thing is family. And so I was raised to believe that that was the center of everything, family. And it could be judged on based how you treat your family and how you went from there.
He sacrificed his family.
It took, Kierkegaard said, faith sees best in the dark. Right after I got elected, my wife and daughter were killed in an automobile accident,
Coincidences are not a real thing. Or are they? Because they are. There's no such thing as no coincidences. Because coincidences are totally real. Coincidence? I think so. It's not a coincidence. Coincidences are not a real thing. I'm being sarcastic. Coincidences are not a real thing. This did not happen on coincidence. This sure did not happen on coincidence. They got killed in an automobile accident. How do we know you didn't pay someone to get rid of them? Just because you got elected senator. Because you had to make sacrifices to keep your bloodline as a senator and to oppress our people and say all these things.
Sons are badly injured. And I just been elected, not sworn in. And I lost my faith for a while. I came back. And then later when my son Bo came home from Iraq and with a terminal disease, and a year and a half later, losing him was like losing part of my soul. But the fact is that I learned that the way you deal with it is you deal with finding purpose in what you do. And that's why I hope he's proud of me today, because he wanted to make sure I didn't run for president, but I stayed engaged. Because when you get hit badly, whether you're losing a job or you're raising a family like my dad, where you have to make that
flag stripe pin.
Longest walk up the stairs to tell your kid you can't live here anymore. Dad lost his job. We've all went through that, some form or another. And it just for me, the way I've dealt with it is finding purpose.
When he was a senator before he got elected, it's not as chunky as it was when he was creeping on those kids, yo.
Purpose is do what I've always tried to do and stay engaged in public policy. But there's a lot of people that through a lot worse than I have, get up every single morning, put their feet one foot in front of another without the help I had. They're real heroes out there.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President.
Here's the hug I need to explain.
We couldn't have made it without you. With all our hearts, thank you.
As we thank you and
What do you guys think about Joe Biden? Should he quit his job as president?
Yes, he should.
Donegal, Ireland.
we're going to get this done.
We've already seen these.